Hey guys, I'm Brandon and we're at my family's outdoor store called eztroll Outdoors. I'm going to go through and show y'all what baits sold the best last week, which was April 12th through 18th. We've had a lot of rain the past week and it's springtime, so fish are starting to go up shallow. The water is going up and down from the rain. I'm going to start with crappie. I'm going to do it two separate ways, crappie baits and then bass. Crappie baits, the best seller, one of the best sellers was the Mr. Crappie by Strike King Slab Slasher Jig Head in 1/16 ounce orange. Nope, and I dropped it. So that bait here. And next up is Kalen's Triple Threat Grub in black blue chartreuse tail. That's the last pack of those. And that's a really good color we sell a lot of when it's real muddy. And we've had a lot of the rain, so it's been muddy. Next is the same Kalen's Grub in Bleeding Tennessee Shad. And that is one of our top selling colors all the times too. So that's our three top selling crappie baits. Now I'll show y'all the bass baits. The number one sold 5 of them this past week, is a Head and Super Spook bone and silver color. And that is right here. We're out of those. What that color is, this is chartreuse and silver. It is the same as this, except for the chartreuse on top and bottom. It is the bone color like this. So bone with silver. And then our next two baits we sold 4 of. The first one is, let me find it. It's a Strike King KVD 2.5 square bill in powder blue back chartreuse. That's always one of our best selling crankbait colors around here. We're in the East Tennessee area on Watts Bar Lake. And then last up is another Strike King. It is a red eye shad 3/4 ounce chartreuse perch. That's our third, or I guess it tied with this other one. This and the 2.5 tied. We sold 4 of them the past week. So with the Head and Super Spook, I'm gonna try to show y'all kind of how I set my Topwater setup up. I would use like a 7 foot or maybe even shorter. 7 foot, 6'6". I've even used a 6'3". That way you're not, when you're walking the dog with it, you're not slapping the water. Like a good medium action crankbait rod's what I like. Such as, here's a Dobbin's Coat. It's a 7 foot. Medium heavy moderate action. It's a good kind of entry level crankbait rod that you could do the Topwater with. If not, I would probably go 6'6" or so, or maybe 6'9" would be a good happy medium. Reel wise, I would go high speed, at least a 7, 3-to-1 or whatever, 8 if you can do that, just so you can take up the slack while you're walking the dog with it. Then once you get bit, you can get the fish reeled in quick. Something else I do is I tie a loop knot. Don't put a split ring or nothing like that up top. Just tie a loop knot to it. And you're going to have to use mono with that. With Topwater, you want to use either mono or braid line. And here's our line right here. Braid floats just like the mono does. It has like no stretch. But with the loop knot, you can't tie it because it'll slip down on itself. With mono, which there's P-Line, Strian, Trilene, all the different brands. With the monofilament, you can tie the loop knot and it catches on itself and doesn't slide down. And it floats. So monofilament's my choice for Topwater. Let's see. This time of year for Topwater, it's probably just starting up. So I guess that's why we're selling the spooks so much. They're up shallow. Maybe some people can't get in the super shallow water with other baits, so they're using Topwater. Next up, we have the KVD 2.5 square bills. I've not really used a lot of. I mean, I've used them, but I don't have that good of luck with them. My square bill setup, same kind of deal, 7 foot to 7.6 probably. Medium cranking rod. The coat would be a good rod, 705 CB. Same way, there's a Fury 705 CB. That'd be good. Either one of those would be good rods. I like Dobbins. That's what I've used probably the past 5 to 8 years, probably about 7, 8 years, I guess. And they're awesome. Set up with cranking with the gear ratio for your reel, like a square bill. I prefer a higher speed gear ratio, like the 7.3. That's what I always use for my square bills or smaller crankbaits. Line wise, you could use braid if you're in some really bad stuff. Mono will be fine once you got more stretch with that. I would probably go about 15-pound fluorocarbon or 20 or 30-pound braid if it was me. Same with mono, about 15-pound. I would prefer the fluorocarbon or braid just because of less stretch. I probably like fluorocarbon the best for cranking. That's what I've had the best luck with, and I have confidence in it. Now last with the red eye shad, it's a 3/4 ounce one, which a lot of people use it real shallow, 3/4 ounce, just to give a bigger profile and a bigger or like a heavier thump and more rattles. So just because 3/4 ounce doesn't mean they're fishing deep with it or nothing like that. They can be up shallow too. I would be using the same rod, the same 705 CB or 7 foot cranking rod, and high speed gear ratio 7:3 or more, whatever you got. I prefer higher speed. And same thing with the line. This I would throw braid with more, just because a lot of times you'll be ripping it through grass and you really want braid. I would maybe go up to 50 or so braid, 50-pound test, or probably 30 to 50-pound test braid. That's what I'd recommend. And you're going to be, most likely you're going to be up shallow burning it through grass or other structure and stuff like that, or I guess cover. You'll hit the grass, just tick it and rip it through, and that's how I'd fish those baits. So thanks for watching. Check back next week for more of the Top Bait Tuesday.